Anyone who's looked at one or more of my newsletters know that one of the companies that I like very much is a company called Aspen Group, which is a big factor in the nursing industry. Specifically, if you are already a nurse and you want to get a graduate degree, you can get it from Aspen Group. As a result, the company was doing extremely well until they ran into a heavy-duty COVID-related bureaucracy, mostly from the Arizona Nursing Board. And as a result, the stock got extremely cheap, and now is starting to recover. And so, what they have announced is resumption of making money, at least from a standpoint of having positive EBITDA. And I think one thing that intrigues me is not only how cheap and attractive Aspen Group is as a stock, but the comparison to some of the more famous companies, how expensive and therefore how extreme the market has come in terms of stocks that are in favor and stocks that are out of favor. In the case of Aspen Group, the company, while it has revenues of about 50 million annually, has a market cap of only 5 4 5 million total. And so in a similar situation, they have their equity is like 5 times their market cap, like 20 25 million in stockholders' equity. Now you compare that with Apple. Apple has a market cap of 3 trillion. My memory is that their stockholders' equity is less than 100 billion, and they're selling at about the equity is 10 times the total revenues. To my knowledge, we've never had a situation where the difference in value, uh, price comparison, is so great between, I guess in today's world we talk about them, the Magnificent Seven, including Apple, versus a stock like Aspen Group. And so that to me is a sign of how overpriced the big stocks are, the stocks like Apple, or whether it's Microsoft or Tesla and so on and so forth. And so the great thing about Aspen Group is that they've just recently recovered their reporting earnings, and the growth potential is excellent, in large part because they're a for-profit company, and the only other way, for the most part, that if you're a nurse, you can get a graduate nursing degree is to go to some public college or private college or university, where the costs are much higher. So this is one of the stocks that we've owned and that I like very much, and I hope you might consider buying some as well. One of the problems that was caused for Aspen Group with their run-in with the nursing board forced them to change their policy with one of the new products that they then had, which was a great product, where all you had to do was be a high school graduate or have a high school degree, and you could then get the first level of becoming a nurse from uh, from Aspen Group. And there's a huge market for that, and they were doing very well until COVID came along, and that reduced the number of uh, people who were taking the course, high school graduates, they called it pre-licensure, that were able to pass the test. And this caused the nursing board to say, "Oh, well, you're doing it all wrong, and so we want to come in and regulate you in some very difficult situations." As a result of that, the stock not only collapsed, but they, over time, um, in order to save their expenses, reduced the type of exchange that they were uh, selling their stock on. The new exchange that they were on, this happened, I think, last summer, when they were delayed, when Aspen Group was delayed in reporting their figures under this exchange, they said, okay, we're not going to allow you to trade anymore during that period. So this caused the stock to collapse even more. And so this is one of the reasons why this stock has been so cheap. Well, now, in the last, I guess about a month ago, they did start reporting earnings once again for the quarter ending in July, and so things are starting to improve. And part of that improvement is going to be to get back in a normal exchange where the volume of trading and the ability to work with the investment community gets back to normal. And as that happens, that's going to be one of the reasons why I think the stock can continue to move higher. So I'm a big fan, even more than normal, of owning Aspen Group.